అమెరికా వెళ్లాలనుకునే వాళ్ళకి కీలక సమాచారం. విదేశీయులకు వీసాలు జారీ చేసే ప్రక్రియలో భాగంగా ఆరోగ్య పరిశీలన నిబంధనలను ఆ దేశ విదేశాంగ శాఖ తాజాగా సవరించింది. ఈ మేరకు ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా ఉన్న తమ ఎంబసీలు, కాన్సులేట్లకు నూతన మార్గదర్శకాలను జారీ చేసింది. ఈ కొత్త నిబంధనల వల్ల షుగర్, ఒబెసిటీ వంటి ఆరోగ్య సమస్యలతో బాధపడుతున్న వారికి, వృద్ధులకు ఇకపై అమెరికా వీసా లభించడం కష్టమవుతుంది. మరి ఇలాంటి వారికి వీసా మంజూరు కావాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? Mithra law firm founder attorney Saimithra Reddy వివరించారు.
The U.S. State Department recently issued a directive to consulate visa officers in foreign countries to closely examine the health conditions of those who are seeking temporary visas to come into the United States. Now, traditionally, the U.S. government has always required medical examinations for immigrants who are looking to become permanent residents of the United States. This is known as the public charge rule. The U.S. government does not want anyone who intends to live here permanently to become dependent on the federal government for benefits due to health conditions or lack of income. However, this directive is different because it's aimed towards those who are seeking to enter into the United States for temporary purposes such as business or tourism, specifically B1, B2 applicants. Now, based on this directive, U.S. consulate officers have wide discretion to determine whether one's health condition should be a basis for denial of a visa application. If you are looking to apply for a B1, B2 visa and you have any chronic health conditions such as diabetes, obesity, heart disease, cancer, and many more, the consulate officer may deny your visa on this basis alone. Now, how would they know that you have these underlying conditions, and are you required to disclose these conditions? Not necessarily. The DS-160, the form that's used to apply for a temporary visa to come to the United States, asks 3 medical questions. If you check yes to any of those questions, you will be required to discuss more about those questions at your interview. U.S. consulate officers cannot require you to produce private medical documentation or private health insurance claims. However, if you visibly look sick, if you are elderly, or they have some reason to suspect that you might have an underlying health condition, they could ask about it, and you must be truthful. If you are looking to enter the United States on a temporary visa and you have one of these underlying health conditions, you should be prepared to show private health insurance that could cover all of your medical needs while you are in the United States. If you are sponsoring someone to come here on a temporary basis, for example, on a tourist visa, you should be able to show either health insurance coverage for that person or that you have the sufficient financial means to cover any and all medical expenses if they come up. Remember, U.S. consulate officers have wide discretion in general, and they can deny a visa for many reasons. It's best to be prepared to explain any underlying health condition and show that you do have sufficient funds and the means to cover any medical necessities so that you don't become reliant on federal government benefits.